All right, guys, we are back with exercise number 4 on our basic training day number 1. And we have the almighty pull-up. I understand that a lot of people cannot do pull-ups, okay? So what we like people to do is we like to introduce people into what we call ring rows, okay? So our ring rows, what we're gonna do is we are going to take that pull-up movement and we're going to make it a little bit easier, so we're not pulling all of our body weight to a bar. We're actually going to be pulling this from an inclined position. So we have our rings set up here, like so, about shoulder width apart. You can see these come down to about my hips, which is fine. I usually say if you want them a little higher, I usually tell people to think between the belly button and the hips. That way that will give you more range of motion. We want to be able to, as we progress with the ring rows, you want to be able to be all the way down at the ground, fully extended to be able to pull into this position. Now obviously, when we start out, that is not the first thing that we want to do. When we start out, we're going to get our rings set up, and we're just going to walk back to this position, and then walk our feet forward to an inclined position. Notice I'm fully extended, my core is tight, and I'm going to pull these rings to my chest. Again, pulling these rings to my chest and then releasing. Notice my wrists are not, I'm not looking at the rings and seeing circles. I'm keeping them up and pulling and physically touching the rings to my chest. Very simple exercise to introduce you to that pulling movement that we will be doing once we practice our pull-ups. Again, from this angle, you can see pulling, core is tight. I am not arching, I am not rounding my back. I am staying nice and tight, fully extended at the bottom, core is tight, and then pulling to those ring row positions. This is, again, a very good core exercise, and it's introducing you into that pulling movement so that you can practice pull-ups and start to build your strength to where we can, again, attempt to practice on a pull-up bar. So from here, one of the things that we want to make sure that we do is we want to think of our hip bone and our rib cage. At no point in time do we want our ribs to be opened, and we definitely don't want them to be too far rounded, okay? What we want to do is we want to shorten that distance from our hip bone to our rib cage. And we do that by crunching or keeping our core tight. And we get into what is called a hollow body position or a hollow body rock. Another way to practice this is to sit on the ground, put your hands above your head, point your toes forward, and as you start to go back, your legs will lift up. Our core is tight, where ribs are rounded down in a crunch position, not forward and rounding the back. Our back is still tight. And we just ease into this position until we get to where we're rocking like a boat. Practicing the hollow body position is absolutely essential for most of the movements that we do. Keeping a tight core is essential for improving any kind of movement pattern. So if there's one place that you want to start, it's definitely right here, working on your hollow body rock. All right, thanks.